Yo, everybody. It's your favorite drunk Uncle Noom Belichick calling all the motherfucking plays. We have a very special episode today, man. We coming out the box with it today, man. I got a special guest down here, my homegirl Asha, her homegirl Tori. We about to get down to business today.
Yeah,
Boy TP in the building. We got
yeah.
TT in the building, man. It's gonna be a very special episode. We got a lot of different topics to talk about today.
Like
And
how you coming already.
man, I'm blessed to be here, man. I'm glad to have these people in this room. It's gonna be a very special episode because we got a lot of opinionated people in here, a lot of vocal people in here. So, before we start this episode, man, I really want to give a shout out to Miss Avis Files for giving me the opportunity to work for Brothers United and teach me the game, you feel me, on nonprofits and becoming a better father, things of that nature. And the last shout out I want to give out is to my boy Reddy P from the block, man. I seen my boy go through a lot of adversity as a young kid, you know, being on the block, doing other things that he shouldn't be doing. But then as a young man, he had kids, overcame the adversities, became a great dad, coaching, giving back to the society. So shout out to my boy Reddy P, man. He doing great things for the community, man. And I love to see that turnaround, man. So let's get into today's show. Let's get into today's show.
Let's do it.
And this is a big topic of mine because I texted Asha about 2 or 3 days ago, and she was like, Terrence. She laughed at me because Asha a very educated woman. So I'm like, Asha, I think really all black people got goddamn personality disorder. And she laughed. I'm like low-key dead ass though. I'm like, in a way, I feel like we all kind of like grow up to learn how to code switch. And she was like, so what's your definition of code switching? And so I gave her my definition, I gave her the rundown on how I felt the situation was. And she was like, well, I think that's a good point. So for me, let's go down the board and say, Tyler, what's your definition of code switching?
You're trying to fit into a room. Maybe you feel like, other people around it, they're not going to accept our culture or the way you really talk. So you kind of change the way you act or talked around people to kind of maybe fit more what they're used to, or. So that's kind of my definition of it.
Tyson, what's your definition, man?
Code switching, I think I should.
No, you good.
It's open.
Yeah, so to me, code switching is basically like you one way like at home, and then you like a whole nother person when you step outside in any room. It's a lot of people I see even if it's just black people, like they like tense. They got this, they don't fuck with me type of attitude, you know what I mean? But that's just an example.
Okay. So what is your version of code switching?
Mine kind of matches yours. It's kind of like where you have to be a different person in a different setting, especially like the workplace or certain events in the community, places where there's not a lot of people that look like you. You know what I mean? So blending in chameleon type stuff.
Exactly. So my question for y'all is, why do we feel like we have to do that in these spaces? Somebody give me they take on it first.
I'll go ahead and start off with that one because I feel like people do that because they don't want to fit a stereotype.
Yeah.
Like off rip, like you don't want to. I mean, like when we talking, it's like what's good. People don't want to be going to other races and talking like that and like fitting a certain stereotype on like they got only a certain amount of words that they can use or like. Yeah, like they ain't really deep in the dictionary like that, and they don't want to fit that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Anybody else?
I feel like people feel like they have to code switch because if you don't, sometimes in certain situations, then you're put at a disadvantage. Okay. But honestly, well, at the same time, I feel like you're already at a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these places got a lot of Caucasian people, And you know, they cater to the Caucasian people most of the time, and you know, generally they don't like anything different. So trying to assimilate is important because we got to make a living, and then also, you know, we got to keep a roof over our head and feed our families and stuff too.
So at what point do we say, okay, he's adapting and not code switching?
I
Where's
think when
the thin line? Is this what is like? Because me and my dad talked about this today. He like, well, you gotta think about it. It's about being able to adapt and da da da. So where is the line between being able to adapt and in code switching? Because it's a thin line.
I mean, for me, I feel like I just adapt. I feel like I'm still the same person, but I think maybe like in certain spaces, I might be like, you know, being like a little bit more nice, a little bit more nicer in my words and my tone. You know what I mean? Like instead of just saying what's up, like hi, you know what I'm saying? But that's still me. I can still say hi, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But
But
why do you? But like, see, that's the thing. Like, as I get older, I
they don't
start.
talk like us.
But look, so look. What the problem is, as African Americans, Black people, is we think being intellectual, and being smart and doing things of a certain nature, we tie that into being white.
Right,
He's being white. He's being white. No, you're being educated.
right.
You're being yourself.
Right.
Instead of saying, but
being
if I ain't
professional.
using, yeah, but if I ain't using the lingo y'all use, I'm not using the slang y'all use. I didn't come up from the neighborhood that y'all came from. I'm not black. So how can you
I don't feel like
like?
blackness.
Yeah, but like, how can
You know what
you?
I'm saying? There's
What's
Say
the
different.
that.
healthy medium? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the healthy medium?
I think a happy medium is just kind of being, as long as you're comfortable in your own skin. I feel like if you're not getting all out, going all the way into like whatever it is, and I mean,
Right.
you can still be yourself and still be valuable in whatever room you're in. I think that's kind of the medium. I mean, I've had to, I'm an engineer. A lot of rooms I go in, sometimes I'm the only black person around most of the time, really.
He
So
got money, y'all. Just so y'all know, chat. He got money. I just had to ask him for 20 the other day.
Sorry, he got money.
Nah. I'm struggling just like everybody else. But
Yeah,
no,
we never, nigga.
but it's just being comfortable in your skin. I've had to learn that throughout the years, ever since I was even in college. I've kind of learned. I was one way, but when you're kind of getting in that, you're still a smart person, or you can bring something to the table. You can still act kind of the way you are. Just as long as you're comfortable in your skin, you shouldn't really care if people are saying, "Oh, you're not black enough," or you act white. Because I mean, I'm just, well, maybe I grew up around white people. I mean, that's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, my skin's still black. They still look at me when they see me walk through the door. I'm still a black man. You know what I'm saying? So I just think as long as you're comfortable and you're bringing stuff to the table, I mean, it shouldn't really matter. I mean, I ain't gonna say the N word or nothing around certain people, but you know what I'm saying. You just gotta be comfortable. You know what I'm
I still say you feel me to these white people. Like you got me, you feel me?
But
Like, yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I feel you.
to piggyback off what TT said for Asha and Tice, how do you handle being the only person, like the only black person in the room when you go to work in these spaces? Because we all kind of work in different areas and aspects where we kind of, at some point, we're going to be the only black person in that room. How do y'all navigate through those rooms?
So just, somebody else could go first. Well, I'm ready, but
Yeah, Asha, you go. Let me hear what you got to say.
How I usually handle it is just I'm still myself. You know me, Terrence.
Yeah.
You know I'm still myself. So I walk into spaces and I'm still loud. I'm still smiley. I'm still polite and mainly integral. I do feel like though I can't cut as many corners as maybe what I might hear about, so-and-so might be doing this, so-and-so might be doing that, but that's something that I know I probably cannot do because so-and-so probably won't get in trouble like me. You know what I mean?
Talk about
So, and also having to watch my tone. Yeah, I have to stay on my P's and Q's for sure. Especially like when I was in management and stuff, that was a big thing. Like feeling like kind of like the smaller person in the room, even though I felt like to a degree I was more educated. And I mean, not just based off of the degree, but just the experience that I have in the field and everything else. But because I was that only black woman at that, it definitely I felt like put me at a disadvantage. So I felt like I had to be perfect at everything all the time.
it.
Yeah.
Love that answer. Love it. Love it. TP, what you got for me, baby?
And just to piggyback off of what she just said, it is different between um, black men and black women. So let's go ahead and put that out there right now. You know what I mean? Because they kind of get they. I mean, we all black, but the black women definitely get more slander.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's just facts. For me, I kind of view it in the opposite way. I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to represent. These niggas don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, man, I'm about to show them. I'm about to show them. I'm a real Toledo nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
These are
what I'm
mental
saying?
notes, though. These are mental notes.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
These are mental notes that you put in your head. Like, this is what I'm about to do in my head. Like, this is what I'm about to.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm about to fuck them up with that Midwest twang. I'm about to fuck they. Oh, where you from? Yep. Go ahead. Let me know something.
Yeah.
So that's what I really feel like. And then just like I said, I kind of embrace it because I feel like I'm representing. How do I say this? How do I say this politically correct?
You representing us.
I'm representing us, and I'm proud on what I'm representing. How about that? I'm proud on what I'm representing, and whatever they see from me, hey, we gonna I'm gonna let it happen. A lot of times I feel like I walk into rooms. This is just me. I feel like I walk into rooms and I don't even really gotta say too much. Like the energy is there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And so like I feel that, I believe that, and I just rock with it.
Yeah. I agree with you, man. I think as I get older and like I always been confident in myself and my abilities, and my credentials might not show it, but I might not have a PhD, whatever, behind me. But it's like I always was confident in what I could do. Like people always say, you gotta go back to school, you gotta do this, you gotta do that in order to do this. I don't feel like I need all that. I truly do not. When you have a job, they have to train you. And for me, I always say like, I got my bachelor's degree. You can't just talk around me. You can't just do this. You can't do that. You can't just treat me any type of way, even though I don't have all this other stuff. You still have to train a person for a job
Absolutely.
because such and such don't got none of this. But y'all train him. His ass dumb as a box of rocks. So, and we can't even have an intellectual convo. But you telling me he can perform the job better than me? But I'm just keeping it a bean
Mm-hmm.
Right.
because a lot of times we get caught up in the I'm smarter than you, but like I always was told, it's not what you know, it's about who you know.
That part.
And that's the biggest thing. And that's what taking me into the networking piece and what we're gonna talk about because as a black person, black man, black woman, how do you navigate these networking spaces? Because it's kind of cult culture on what you can get in and what you can get out because you gotta know somebody to get in. And then you gotta if you want to get out, shit, ain't no really getting out. So you just in there. So it's like put it like this: my little neighborhood, right? You can call it a cult. It's all dads and the moms, whatever. We damn near only hang out with each other. Like when we do activities for our kids, we only hang out with each other. And the only time that you gonna see somebody else around is if we bring them in. So it's like how as black people, how do we get into these spaces that we're not supposed to be in through networking? How can you get through the cracks?
Who you going to? Asha, you can. It's Asha. It's Asha, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
How can we get into these rooms? How can we get into these networking rooms?
I mean, I'm a pretty bold person. So I walk up and introduce myself to people. I'm one of those people. Like for example, you was wondering why I was running a little late. I was actually networking. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at that.
CJ had a gig downtown, and it was for the Arts Commission, right? Yeah, so it's for the Arts Commission, and me and Tori were just sitting and having a drink, and because our perfume smelled good, one of these ladies came up to us, and literally we just started talking. Next thing you know, we find out she's on the board. We find out that she's actually really digging us. We're talking to her and enjoying her company and everything else. We done exchange numbers and business cards and information. So really it's just about putting yourself out there and being bold. Like, at least for me,
Real.
that's been my experience. But everybody's not like that. Everybody doesn't want to go talk to people they don't know or introduce themselves to people or be like, hey, because everybody ain't got that kind of personality. But I do think that it takes a special personality to be able to network, if that makes sense.
I agree 1,000%. And you know, me and my brother T Cole, we both Aries, so we we know what you mean. We know what you mean by being bold. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Terrence is very bold. Terrence, you remember the first time we met?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. On that karaoke machine, I don't give a damn. I'll sing, I'll do whatever. It don't matter. I don't care. I'm out there. But another thing I want to talk about is like burnout in the Black community, because we also experience this a lot, being that only Black person in the room, and it's like it's draining at times because you're looking for somebody to look like you and have these conversations. You're looking for a safe place inside of your work, supposed to be your safe haven. So now you're looking for somebody that's a safe place in your safe haven, but it's not there. So somebody tell me about their burnout experience and how they cope with it.
Yeah. Man, I mean, yeah, I feel you on that, because there's a lot of times where I'm just like, damn, I wish I could talk to someone about that. But I mean, for me, I mean, my dad's kind of in the same industry, so I get to go to him. I'm just blessed enough to even have him introduce me into this, so I can even go to him and talk to him and be like, hey, this is what's going on, this and that, what do you think? So that's always good, like going to your parents, or I mean, shoot, even talking to y'all, like get on the game, we talk, I can talk to y'all about what's going on, or
it's therapeutic.
I mean, just even not talking about work, I think sometimes, like, because sometimes you get so involved in work, it's like where you go to dinner, we're talking about work, you're doing this, going to work. I think a lot of times you really just need to like keep work at work. And then that's the big thing. It's really just, you gotta like escape your mind, because if you take work home with you all the time, then it's like it feels like you're always at work, and then that burnout feeling just keeps coming. So it just, I think the key is just to keep the work at work.
So look, I'm gonna talk about that, Tyler, because you just made a hell of a point. You made a great point of keeping work at work.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask a question before you go there, Terrence?
Yep.
What do you guys all do?
Tyler?
I'm an engineer. I work for a consulting company, so I travel every week. So yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that. So engineer, and then what were you again, Tyson?
So I do a lot of acting work. Okay. Like acting and modeling, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, and I'm an employment specialist. Yeah, man. My previous job, it was shit. It was hard to take just keep work at work, because at some point you become so needed. And when you get so like you get that like guilt of, damn, I'm not doing enough. I'm not, these kids need me, these people need me. And you start pouring yourself out so much to these people that you're losing yourself. I'm gonna say this: I've never drank as much as I did until I had that last job. I loved that job. It was my favorite job. But I didn't really realize what it was doing to me until I quit. Because I didn't need it. I don't drink because I'm depressed or sad. I like to drink. I like a nice drink, a stiff drink on the Tuesday, a win. But you feel me? I just like to have like
drunk up.
What's a stiff drink, baby? What's
2 drinks. You feel me? 2 little nice drinks. You feel
I
me?
had to ask what stiff meant. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me? But when I'm get to drinking fifths and you feel me every 2-3 days, like it's like okay now, like you gotta reel it in, you gotta have some self-reflection. So it's like I didn't realize what that job was doing to me until I left. And then when I left, and I'm doing this job now, which doesn't take a lot out of me, like physically and mentally, because it's older people I'm working with. They're more like they're on it. They're like, okay, I'm trying to get my life together. They're more open to doing these things instead of me trying to like force you, like, hey, bro, you need to get your shit together. You need to like. These is young kids. They ain't trying to hear that shit right now. They don't understand that because they never been through nothing yet. So it's like being able to like really understand that and take a step back and keep work at work and separate my real life from work, because I was taking work home with me. I'd be answering the phone call at 8 o'clock in the morning. My kids calling me, go, can you pay for my McDonald's? Yeah, I got you. Can you pick me up from? I got you. Yeah. Now I'm running at my house at 9 p.m. having dinner with my family. I'm putting pants on and shit. Like
them kids gonna remember that forever, though.
Yeah, no, it's tough. It's tough.
They gonna remember that forever.
You know who also gonna remember it? My son.
That's the one.
That hurt.
Talk to him. No, I ain't know you was coming like that now today. You better talk to him.
Look, you gotta put things in perspective. Yeah, you gotta keep work at work. Like Tyler said, that's why I said like I'm going so hard on that point, because we take our attitudes home from work. We take a lot of things away from work, and then we end up hurting somebody that's not even involved in our work. That's the biggest thing, because we'll leave work, got a terrible day at work. Now I'm about to go home and dog your ass. You ain't did nothing to me. You ain't did nothing to me. I didn't even talk to you all day. But you can't tell when I get home. When I clock out, you about to clock in for this ass whooping. You about to clock in for this ass whooping. I'm about to get you.
You thought I was clocking out? I'm about to clock in on your ass, big fella.
I'm just clocking in. I'm just clocking in for this mental ass whooping I'm about to put on you. So, no, man, that's one thing I want to touch base on, man, before we switch topics, man. But before I switch topics, anybody else got anything to say?
I was also going to say it translates into your relationships too, because I don't have kids, but so many times I would be working on vacation, or I got to cut a date short because I got to go home and finish up something on the back end or something like that, or I'm on call, that kind of thing. And mental health is demanding and it's thankless. You know what I'm saying? So like creating the work-life balance is so essential for me. So that's why I really love where I'm at right now with private practice, because I create my own schedule. I put my own breaks in there. I see however many clients I want to see. You know what I mean? Although it's a difference in pay for sure, because you're somewhat kind of like a contractor to a degree, right? But all at the same time, it's giving me autonomy over my life again and over my schedule, you know, over my self-care again. So that way I'm not ever burnt out like I was at the previous job. Because I tell you, I never experienced burnout until I was already through it and done with it, like done with the job, just like you said. Like I'm realizing, wow, I'm sleeping at night again. Wow, I'm able to get back to church again. I'm able to get back into my yoga again. I'm able to do all the things, like as far as answering text messages, simple shit like that. Because there would be times where I'm just like, I don't even fucking feel like texting because I'm on
to talk to him. Like I'm in church, Asha.
Hey,
church.
Hey,
it's the truth. Like
I got the Bible right here.
Talk to him.
And then my friends are feeling like, well, dang, where you been at? And it's just like, well, I'm tired, shit. And then when the weekend come, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to leave. I don't even feel like doing like my daily stuff because I'm catching up.
No, seriously though.
Like, you know what I mean?
You made a
just
great
fuck that life.
point. Look, okay, so I was making real good money at the factory I was working at, making real good money.
Nigga ain't let me
You
hold
know,
nothing either.
so I'm like, I'm making real good money. So
Talking about he ain't
like,
got it. Nigga, what you talking
look,
about? You just
look,
said you
one
getting
day,
nigga
but
good
look,
money.
one day I woke up and I'm like, and I just was like seeing how people was handling me. I'm like, motherfucker, talking about I got 2 weeks of vacation. I can't do what now? I'm a grown ass man. You can't tell me when I can and can't take vacation, and when I can't. My cousin died. I can't go to his funeral.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing you're not gonna tell me.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a pay cut. I took a $7 an hour pay cut. $7 in this economy. $7.
You already talked about this one.
I took a $7 pay cut, and I said that was the
$7.
best decision I ever made in my goddamn life. Because I was able to have a life. I was able to be at home with my son. I was able to move and go how I want to. I was able to take my son to school.
Mm-hmm.
That was the biggest thing for me. When I worked at the factory, I didn't even see. I was coming and going.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what day it was. I'm working 12, 16s, whatever. But I'm thankful for the factory because it taught me a lot. It taught me how to manage my money.
Mm-hmm.
So I am thankful for that. But all money ain't good money.
That's right.
Sure.
And money don't buy happiness all the time. Really
It don't buy happiness at all. Because what does your happiness look like? What does happiness look like for you?
Absolutely.
And that's the thing. Some people might just be cool with the money because they might be a single person, no kids, and they just want to go on vacations every week. So they got to make that money. And that's cool. Whatever works for you, works for you. That's your situation. But for me, I'll take the pay cut to have my luxury life and just sit here and do what the fuck I want to do. If I can't go eat goddamn Mancy's tomorrow, I'm good with that. I'll cook a steak at my house.
That's right.
So
I don't even go to Macy's, nigga.
Look, I can budget around
I'd rather go to J. Alexander's.
Go to Macy's.
Look, I can move some money around. You feel me? But no, we gonna switch gears. Man. We're gonna talk about black culture and social conversations, man. And this is a big topic for me because working in the company that I work for, Brothers United, are we too hard on black love?
You know, that is a good question. Just considering, like, okay, are y'all hip to like Papoose and like him and Remy Ma's breakup and like how he's with the boxer now? I can't remember. Clarissa Shields.
Clarissa Shields, yeah.
So a lot of people are going really hard on Clarissa Shields. And, you know, Papoose used to preach so much about black love, black love, black love. But then now you're divorced, your family's broken. Now you wouldn't know. Well, you're not divorced yet, mind you. He's not divorced yet. He's still married, but separated. And now he's with another woman and stuff. And we got to talking about it a little bit. And I'm just like, well, I mean, it's not for us to know, right? I mean, everything can be revealed to the media. When it does get leaked to the media, people be feeling some type of way, of course, because I mean, everybody has a right to privacy, right? But a lot of people were saying that he's a man that preaches about black love, but he's also still married and he's talking and being and publicly seeing another black woman right on his wife, you know?
So I got a question for you on that.
Yeah.
So should he have waited till the divorce was final to do what she's doing? Because she's doing what she's wanted. She's doing what she's doing.
So what is she doing? I don't know what Remy's doing.
She got a whole nother. So the reason, okay, let me put this beard.
Yeah, wasn't she messing around before?
I don't know.
I didn't know you was drinking. I didn't know you was drinking beer.
Look at the beard down.
I didn't know you were drinking beer. News to me.
So basically, to me, from what I know, my understanding was Remy Ma cheated on Papoose with another battle rapper from Philly.
Yeah.
Bastard.
So that's why I was saying, like, is he wrong for moving? Because she was moving weird before they even got divorced and shit. But just because she moved wrong, does that mean you have to move?
I don't think that two wrongs make it right, honestly. I mean,
two wrongs make my goddamn.
Just gonna turn around and shit.
What's the wrong? What's the wrong? What's the wrong?
I didn't know she cheated. I didn't know what happened.
That's what I heard
she started dating a dude from Philly that Papoose had beef with.
Yeah.
Woo, girl, you damn date somebody that I got beef with.
Look, let's talk
You're
about
getting
it.
blocked. You're
Everything's
getting
off the
blocked.
table. Everything's off the
You're
table.
getting blocked.
Look,
Everything's
let's talk
off the
about it.
table.
Let's talk about it.
You and him getting blocked.
But look, that brings us back to the whole shit. Are we too hard on Black love? Because why do we know this much about these people's lives?
Yes, because at the end of the day, we the only ones that be saying stuff like that.
Yeah, these motherfuckers don't care about what Papoose
Ain't
and
no-
Remy Ma got going on.
Ain't nobody looking at Angelina Jolie and goddamn Brad Pitt and talking about, oh, white love. Or like,
Talk about it.
like I'm just saying, like,
what come with terms though, because we just want to have something that's ours. Because you know, like they done took Black Lives Matter, now they got a fucking Blue Lives Matter. Like, what the fuck is a blue life? You know what I mean?
They can never take the culture. They can never take the when we meeting up at the park for a family reunion, and goddamn it, it's going crazy. Food good. I swear to God, I felt like it was unlimited burgers. I swear to God, it was unlimited burgers and buns.
Can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
When you was younger, Black culture is built up on a lot of gossip. I'm gonna say this: when you was younger, you went to your auntie bathroom. It was Jet magazines all through that motherfucker. It was all type of love and what's that love? Young and restless and shit. It's a lot of.
Ebony.
Ebony.
So as African Americans, Black people, we pride ourselves on knowing that gossip. So when we say, are we too hard on Black love? At the same time, I want to ask myself is, why the fuck do we know this much about these people? Why do we know this? These people don't even be putting this shit on social media. We following these people at this point. We tracking their lives. Because who the fuck give a fuck about Papoose in 2026?
Come on, talk about it.
This nigga had one song that I knew.
I don't even know the damn song.
This nigga wasn't even his song. It wasn't even his song. It wasn't even his song. It was that touchy.
That's how locked in on hating we be.
It was that damn touchy. It was that touchy remix. Goddamn it, with Missy Elliott in them. and Busta Rhymes, nigga. That's what I know.
But that's how look.
It's that nigga Busta talking about some get low Papoose.
Hey, he that bitch with a big ass fit in his backwards.
Nigga wearing that big ass. Yeah, exactly. He wearing that big ass hat, little skinny little ass. I ain't even know motherfuckers wanted him like that.
Right, man. That brings me to the second question. Social media and the perfect couple image. Because I'm sick of it.
I'm sick of it too. I'm sick of seeing the roses and all the hoopla. That ain't no damn relationship. That's all pomp and circumstance.
Who gives a fuck? Like, why are you showing that you got some flowers? Go tell your man that you're appreciative. IG don't need to know that you're appreciative.
I will say this.
Kiss.
And I believe this. I believe this too.
First thing a girl do, they get some flowers.
Like, you buy me something, that doesn't mean that you love me, because you can still be out here buying me shit, posting it on Facebook, but everybody in the hood know that he's sleeping with this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So what good is that?
It's nothing. It means nothing. It means nothing.
But honestly, just my
person. But I don't have to post on my accolades and all the things.
No, you can post the flowers. You feel me? He do something nice. That post the flowers, but we ain't gotta know every day that he did something. Oh, my baby took me out to eat today. He took you out to eat past 6 days.
Right.
You ain't spent shit.
Damn, Terrence.
But I just be like, are you in competition with somebody?
But sometimes, and I will say this though, because I noticed, like some women, you know, they get in their head, they see all this stuff on social media, and then like they might just buy themselves some flowers, and then they post it like, and then they post it like somebody bought it for them. Like they did. It just be for show, bro. It just be for show.
I tell my clients all the time, social media is only entertainment.
It's only entertainment. Post what you got to post and get the fuck off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he on that bullshit. He on that bullshit.
because bro, social media will literally fry your brain.
It's not real life.
It will hurt your heart. Social media will hurt your heart.
No one should take that serious. Social media is a cancer to everything. I mean, it's just not realistic. Like people are only showing you the good sides of their lives and what's going on. They're not going to show you the bad days. They're not going to do that. Everyone's going to have bad days. You don't.
And when you do show the bad days, you get dogged out, real bad.
Yeah,
real dead bad.
And that's why you should just get on there, get your laughs, and get up out of here.
Yep, you know.
My nigga.
From time to time, because I do like those little inspirational memes and shit.
Yeah, that's cool.
Terrence off of Facebook. I was just trying to search his name today. I said, where Terrence Cole Jr.? Hey, the only motherfucker that's popping up is his daddy. We love his dad. And I'm over here like, no, that ain't Terrence Cole.
Listen, bro, I be have to really like take time away from that shit because it's so toxic. Because like that shit would drive you into a depression. It's because like, and the thing was, and the shit hit me about 2 years ago. I'm in a club, you feel me? It's this nigga, he on Facebook, he having it every day. He on Facebook, he up in racks and
he said he got the money spread.
Got the money. I'm like, damn, that's like 10 bands. Nigga, hold
the two arms.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, he having it. Man, we in the club, bro. He tapping me. Hey,
Say
bro.
it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
Hey, bro. Can I borrow 250? 250? 250 what?
Shit, my limit is $200, and that's for family too.
220, nigga. I don't even know you.
$200. That's a lot.
$200? You was just 20 bands on Facebook.
You gotta pull the Instagram. This is you.
This you. Like we as a society, bro. Like social media has single-handedly ruined us, especially in relationships. Because why are you comparing your relationship to, let's say, who the fuck, to Mariah the Scientist and Young Thug?
It be looking all good. It look all good till they break up.
We don't even know them.
You don't even know them.
We don't even know them.
And then he's publicly humiliating her.
Mm-hmm. People get caught up in the representation.
He is humiliating.
It's as simple as even a McDonald's commercial. They always make the sandwich look real fucking good on the commercial.
That bitch don't be nothing like it.
It don't be nothing like that shit when you go and get it. Never. You know what I'm saying? So like it's literally just representation. It's propaganda, you know? It's a way to, and you have to have enough discernment to know, okay, well, you know what, that's what they're posting. Cause like what we're talking about right now, we clearly got the discernment to know, like, so what if they post a happy picture, or she posting flowers, or she posting about, you know, the weekend getaway or whatever. I know that bitch in real life, or I know that dude in real life. You know what I'm saying?
I think the same thing.
Like who knows? You don't know what's going on for real.
I think the same thing when I see that shit. I'll be like, that motherfucker getting cheated on.
It was just fighting yesterday.
Yeah, motherfucker. Hey.
You just negative to sound like.
I just be saying, I'm over it. I'm nothing.
Nah, it's crazy.
That brings me to my next point, man.
It's them people that really don't post about their relationship that's actually doing good, though.
It be the people that have the low budget weddings that's doing good. The people that's really doing shit authentically, that's doing well.
Because that's my number one fear. I don't want to be married, or you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be married and then I'm really miserable just because it looked like, oh yeah, he's a married man. No, that motherfucker we need to be a team. We need to be doing all that stuff together. Like
it's not picture based. Let's have actual fun with one another.
Yeah, we going on a date. I don't need to post it. I goddamn pay for the date.
I
It's
agree.
it's cool, baby. We good.
We know we have fun.
We
When we
good.
got in Turks and Caicos, we don't need a picture every goddamn step we take.
We good, baby. You had your little wine. I had my shot.
Come on, we good, baby. But that brings me to the next thing, man. Y'all silly. Generational trauma in Black families, because we got some goddamn trauma as a society. And does anybody want to share their trauma? This is a safe space, you know. I can share mine if anybody, you know.
I'm just gonna say.
I swear, I'll be. I swear. Hey,
I put Tori on the camera. I'm gonna put Tori on the camera.
Sure.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. There's been times where I done had dreams and I was another nigga. I swear to God, I was another nigga.
Hey,
and it might have been my grandpa, papa. Like, I don't know who the fuck was. Why am I in fucking jail?
hey,
Why am I in jail? Why am I in jail worried about a nigga taking my god? Is this your cornbread?
I think my generational trauma, I really ain't got like, I wouldn't say generational. I would say my shit is more like feel like a divorce at a young age. I think that was like my trauma. I didn't even know it was trauma until I got older. Because to me, like I just told my dad, I'm like, shit, I thought I had 2 houses. Like when my parents got divorced, I thought that shit was crispy as fuck. I was like 3rd, 4th grade. I'm like, my dad, like, my mom was like, yeah, we're getting divorced. I'm like, yay!
You crazy.
I was like, yay! I was just telling my dad this shit. I'm like, I get 2 houses. That's all I'm thinking about in my head. I'm like, I got 2 houses now. But I'm not really about to, like, I'm not really thinking like what this shit about to do to me. Yeah. So it's like, that kind of was like my trauma. And I wouldn't even say it was trauma. It was more of a learning experience. So that's kind of what mine was. That's what I would say mine was.
Yeah. No, I would say, I think like, you know, my family, you know, my mom and dad, I feel like they had a lot of trauma, and I thought they were great parents growing up, but I think a lot of, maybe there were some things that they were carrying a lot of their trauma with them that was probably passed from their parents, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of that trauma maybe some of it probably got passed down. They were probably trying to prove on it as much as they could, but some of those things just get passed down. And then, you know, it's just at the point where it's like, hey, who's going to break the cycle of this stuff? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the most important thing. That's what I'm saying. You know, that's what I'm trying to do, you know? So, but I think that, you know, our families, they've got to go through a lot back in the day. So but I think we're in a good position now where we can stop that. We're more aware. We were talking mental health last week. I think we're more aware where we can like kind of put an end to that, and we can treat our kids or our people a lot better and kind of cut out the stuff that we seen that was toxic or whatever. And we cut that out, and hopefully you put an end to it at some point. The generation can stop, right? So I'm not gonna go too much detail, but I'll be fighting a lot of battles. So, but that. I'm not carrying that down to ever. If anything, I'm just trying to be better. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that. So my next question will be is accountability in a Black community. Why does that feel like somebody hating on you?
Let's see what.
Can we talk about that?
Like they're hating on you. We always say, "Oh, they hating. Oh, they doing this." When somebody is trying to correct you and make you follow proper procedures.
Well, I feel like Tori, is it right?
Yep.
Because Tori over there doing this, is she ready? She trying to be respectful. She want to just say what she need to say. So Tori,
get it off the chest.
Let us hear it.
Personally, I'm, coming into my own realm of accountability and everything, and I'm learning a lot of that accountability is coming from finding out other people's lack of having that. So And I think that goes back to the trauma thing. I am recently, trying to see my mom as a person and not just my mom who knows everything. So I know that she has the worst time taking any type of accountability, and that is a very deeply ingrained thing from her mother. So, I'm the only person who's right. I'm the only person who knows anything. You're younger than me. You need to respect me. And, that's just up through generations, 100%. So, finding out that my mom is every single time I try to tell her anything that has ever bothered me in my life, it's like, well, I'm sorry I was a horrible mother to you. Girl, who said that? Who told you that? I just said that this thing right here bothered me, and I didn't realize that was a trauma. It carried on to some other decision making I did. And I realized, oh, wow, we really low key a lot more alike than I thought. So then I had to do a lot of introspection like, okay, I actually don't want to do that. I don't want to be like that because that shit annoys the hell out of me. That means I'm annoying the hell out of other people. So, I don't know why, I know everybody got their own thing and everything, but for like me, I know my accountability strongly stems from my mother's lack thereof. I know it's a lot different for a lot of different people. I know that I've encountered more men than women, but I'm also placing myself around more women who are growing up and a lot of men who are just comfortable and raised to be like, well, this is who I am. This is my personality. You accept me flaws and all. So like this right here is your stopping point for the rest of your life. Everybody else is still growing. You're supposed to be growing until you die. You're always going to learn something new. You're going to be like, oh, damn. Okay. That's a good idea. That's a different perspective. Well, perspective than I've ever seen before. I get that. Okay. But like some people literally will stay here for the rest of their lives, no matter what age it started at, they're going to stay right here. I'm interested in growth, so I've placed myself around people, and I only have people around me that contribute to that, encourage that, who do that for themselves. So,
I love that. Tori.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Great take, Tori.
I think just
You
to
was
share.
ready to pop that shit. You was ready to pop your shit. As soon as you got on camera, you was ready. I like that in you.
I said, hey, I'm saying, I know a motherfucker when I know it. Goddamn it, when they over there.
I like that in you, Tori. I like that in you.
Thank you.
I like that in you. But
yeah, I think definitely. I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all, man. Because one thing that I don't like for nobody to feel bad for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna get it however. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them people, you put me in the jungle, you know what they say. You know what I'm saying? So
what do they say?
What Mystical say?
No, he helped the bear.
But yeah, so for me growing up, it was a lot different because like back in '08, I lost both of my parents in separate dates. You know what I'm saying? But just off of meeting me, you wouldn't guess that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think like certain things, I think especially when I was growing up and I was like kind of trying to symbolize this shit, like kind of trying to just figure it out. And even still to this day, it's just as a grown man, like it's definitely some trauma for me because like even with women that I'm dealing with, it's either uh like I don't care or like I care too much. It seemed like, like where like even in certain aspects, I might even be a little bit too needy for somebody. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm literally still to this day, like still figuring it out, y'all. Like I'm still figuring this shit out. Like I'm like, and then like there's times, especially since I'm a little older now, so it's like, so now I'm just like, oh wow, like that's from that. Like you're acting like this because of this, because of that. So now like I'm actually starting to get it. Even though it happened back in '08, shit, I was 12.
Mm-hmm.
I was 12. So it's like, yeah. So like definitely a trauma. Even just with my mom, like in and out of jail, like you know, that does something to you. That does something to you because, like, you know, like you're
That's a
expecting you expecting you expecting your person to be there when you're home, and sometimes she not there, and you don't know what the fuck going on. You don't know if she in jail. You don't know if she just got caught up at work. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then I got a little brother to look after, so I had to grow up, you know, faster than a lot of people. Just as being a mentor and just being that person in the house that's like, all right, I gotta wake him up for school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely still some trauma that I go through, but I am getting better. And you know what? I'm not, and it's not like I'm saying that as far as like I'm doing that by myself. I'm definitely doing that through God.
most
God
definitely.
bless, bro.
That's awesome. And see, like that's the thing. Like I think that we should serenade like just a tiny bit into like the black man healing. You know what I mean? Because so many times y'all don't really get the chance to heal. And women, black women too. Like you know, we tend to do what we see and what we know. And we're fearful of other things or we're restricted from other things because of lack of resources, things like that. You know what I mean? The way you grow up, it could be anything. So like the fact that you're even being self-aware enough to recognize, okay, like, okay, I'm doing this because of this. That right there is acknowledgement. So now you just got to move different because you know about it. You know what I mean? And that's whether you choose to cope with it in a healthy way or you share with your person, you go to therapy. And you know what? I'm tired of my black men not going to therapy. I'm tired of that.
I go.
I'm tired of that. Like so many of them, like I know my dad will never go to therapy. He's normalized a lot of things in his life. And to him, that's just the way I came up and that's just what we do. You know what I mean? That's the same thing with my mom for the longest, but now she's going to therapy though. And she's now coming to terms with the fact that like 55 years old, like, wow, like I was born like with trauma. And I was like, yeah, you're a motherless child. You know what I mean? You were a parentified child. And on top of that, you were like, you know, like essentially doing things like a wife for my granddad because your mother was gone. You know what I mean? So that caused her to grow up a little fast and stuff like that. So, I mean, I do love though, like it seems like all of us on here are somewhat some generational curse breakers and we need more of that. But it does take a level of accountability to go to therapy. It does take a level of accountability to recognize some traumas and stuff like that and get rid of that shame that you might feel or the burdens that you feel like you have to carry that you don't. You know what I mean? And then, you know, the single parent households, especially, you know, you got that toxic parent, but that's the only parent you got. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've heard that. And then it's like, I don't want to get rid of that relationship and stuff like that because then what else will I have? My dad wasn't around or my mama wasn't around. Like, that's the only parent I got. You know what I'm saying? So being able to make those types of depictions in your life and then make those changes, that's what's the big thing. You know what I mean? Making the change, choosing to be different.
1,000%. I agree with you. That was a great point. Great point. And on that note, I think we're gonna have to end it on that one because that was a hell of a word.
That was strong right there. That was strong.
Hell of a word. I gotta give it up to you. I think we should have another episode as well as a group. So we're gonna set that up, man. Thank you for joining us on Drunk Unks Podcast. Asha, thank you for joining us. TT, thank you for joining us. TP, my boy, thank you for joining us, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to Drunk Unks Podcast. Follow us on all platforms at Drunk Unks Pod.
And still fuck Apple, nigga. Fuck Apple, nigga. Them niggas taking money from me,
They
nigga.
just got me that day like 30
Niggas taking their money from me, nigga.